Hello beautiful souls and welcome back. Today I will be unboxing and reviewing the Spellcasters Oracle cards. This deck is a 48 card deck and guidebook by Flavia Kate Peters, Barbara Meiklejohn-Free, and artwork by Lisbeth Cheever-Gessaman. I'm sorry if I am saying those names wrong. All this information will be listed in the description box below. So this deck has been on my wish list for a while now, and I actually received this as a Mother's Day present. So thank you to my boys for this special treat. This deck retails for $19.99 US and $25.99 Canadian. Let's get this wrapper off because it keeps reflecting my light. This deck is published by Hay House, and the back of it says, "Have you ever wished you could cast a spell to change your life's path, connect with your inner witch, and add a little magic? The 48 cards in this deck will help you to harness thousands of years of supernatural wisdom to empower and heal your journey. Whether you're a seasoned witch or a magical dabbler, all the spells you need to conjure your desires are contained within this deck. Are you ready to work your magic?" Let's open it up. Oh, what's it say on the inside? I love when decks have little sayings and things on the inside. It's a little surprise when you open them up. So this one says, "As I open this box, magic abounds, for my spirit connects with the answers it's found. Feeling my heart open up to one love, beauty surrounds me below and above. Vibrations now raised, inviting in light, protection in place, as I see with new sight. As I work with these cards, connect us as one. In peace and love, we are blessed. It is done." No better way to start out a reading or an unboxing than with a little spell. I love that. I love that every single time you open this box, you can read that, and it helps you set your intention. So the reason I wanted this deck is purely for an aesthetic reason. I don't know what the messages on these cards are like. I am not familiar with the authors or the artists of this deck, but I saw some pictures of them and I was smitten. So here's our first look. So it does come with just a little paper band. And if you've seen any of my other unboxings and new deck reviews, you know that this is my preferred way to receive a deck. Just this tiny little piece of paper, because, I mean, it's wrapped in plastic. And then sometimes the cards are wrapped in plastic inside the plastic wrap box. And it's so unnecessary, just extra plastic. And so just a little piece of paper like this is perfect. So look at the colors so far. Like, if you've been following my tarot journal, you know that I've really been into like the look of watercolor and playing with color. And so this is just, I am so excited. Look at the beautiful artwork on the back of that deck as well. So let's look at a few cards. I'm not going to show you the entire deck, mainly because of copyright reasons. This is not my artwork to give away, and I don't want someone to steal this creator's artwork because I've shown you every single card on my channel. So we're just going to show a few. So we are starting with actually, you know what? Let's shuffle. Let's review the cards first, because then we're not just showing them in alphabetical order like they are. So first off, the cards they're a quite nice, thick cardstock. I believe they are a typical Oracle card size. Yeah, they're the exact same size as the Moonology cards. And the cardstock actually feels just slightly thicker than the Moonology cards, if you're familiar with these. I think it might be the same cardstock, but this one is slightly glossy versus this is a matte finish. So that might be the only difference between them. You can see a little bit of a glare as it catches my lighting. But they feel nice and sturdy. They don't feel like they're going to bend or crease or anything. Shuffle beautifully. They're not stuck at all. Yeah, those feel really nice. Let's see. Shuffle beautifully right out of the box, which is not always the case with some cards. So let's look at some of these cards. So we have the Justice card. We have Answers. Beauty. Oh, I love that card. I love how it's a voluptuous woman looking in the mirror, and you just ever so slightly see her reflection in the mirror. Love it. New Beginnings. Finding. Life's Purpose. Life Purpose. Lighten Your Load. Love. Willpower. Forgiveness. Freedom. Friendship. Good Luck. I love it with the black cat. Grieving. I feel like there's going to be a lot with the colors that are used on these cards, because look at how dark and moody this grieving card is versus how light and cheerful this happiness card is. But it's interesting because they both have the same butterfly on them. Were there butterflies on other cards? There's butterflies on New Beginnings, Finding. So there's butterflies, but not on every card. Interesting. Okay, what else do we have? We have Peace, Prosperity, Protection, Blessings, Boundaries, Career, and I think the last card I show will be this one, Psychic Abilities. How neat is that card? That artwork is absolutely tremendous. I'm going to have to take some time to sit with these cards and really look at the imagery. Now we're going to look through the guidebook, but in order to do that, I'm going to just ask for one card to go off. I guess it'll be that one. So we're talking about financial health. That'll be the card that we analyze today. So here is the guidebook. Considerable, considering it is a 43-page deck. So let's see. It says, Hail and Welcome, the ancient art of spellcraft. What is a spell? Magical moon phases, magical full moons, magical weekdays, magical directions, elements, and connections. How to cast your spell, working with card spreads. And then it's got all of the cards. So let's see, financial health is 66. So there's a welcome, the ancient art of spellcraft. What is a spell? Spellcasting do's and don'ts. Dark or old moon. Now this does have the threefold law, so I'm assuming this is a Wiccan-based deck, potentially pagan. Some of you might be bothered by that, some might not, some can overlook it. Depends on your perspective. So we have magical moon phases, waxing crescent moon, first quarter moon, waxing gibbous moon, the full moon, a little tiny bit about each one. So this could be interesting to use in relation with the deck, like the Moonology deck. And then what do we have? So we've got the different full moons of every month. That is nice. I love that. So let's see. It's the end of May now, coming into June. So the May was the hare, milk, or willow moon, which was a good time for attention to your needs and of those that you love. And then as we go into June, it'll be the mead, hawthorn, or strawberry moon. I've always heard it called the strawberry moon. What do you call it? Do you call it the mead or the hawthorn moon? And it's a good time for balance and understanding. I do feel like June is a very good time for balance and understanding. So now we've got magical weekdays. Let's see, I'm filming this on a Tuesday. The day of the god Tyr, 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 who is ruled by Mars. This is the day for projects, decision-making, and new jobs, also fulfill dreams, goals, and desires. Well, it definitely is the day for projects. I've been doing a lot of filming. We planted some seeds today. It's been a good day. So then we have magical directions, elements, and connections. Got a little chart. How to cast a spell. If you want me to do more on spell work on this channel, please let me know. It would be something I'd be interested in, but I don't know if you guys would be interested in. So then we're doing spreads. So single card spread, 3 card spread, pentagram spread. Ooh, interesting. Pentagram spread. Okay, and now we're on to the cards. So let's go to page 66, I believe. Yes, here we are. Financial health. Now, one thing that I wish it had, not really a criticism or anything, but I do love guidebooks that have the picture and image of the card right in the guidebook. I just think it's great for studying. I don't typically use the guidebooks, but when I do read through them, I don't typically read them while using the cards. Like, it's two separate entities that I use them as. So I do like to have them in there, but it's okay that it doesn't. So financial health. It says, I'll let you look at the card while I read. Magical guidance. You might find yourself drowning in a sea of red demands if you don't slow down and take stock of the mess you're in. Burying your head in the sand won't get you out of the hole. You're being urged to recognize that your avoidance, inexperience, or irresponsibility has become a liability and you can't afford to ignore your desperate situation. The worry, stress, and anxiety that accompanies debt has taken its toll, and you don't know where to turn to. Acknowledgement and responsibility of the debt is the first step, and the rule of magic when weaving a spell is to prove your financial health and become debt-free once and for all. So then it has a spell incantation. It says, take some patchouli oil and a black candle during a dark moon at sunset on a Saturday, face west, and say, money makes the world go round, lack of it can make one frown. Shrug off, ignore, try to forget. Responsibility owns debt. Carve owned amount on the black candle. Anoint the... Okay, I guess now it's giving you directions. Carve own amount on black candle. Anoint with oil to pay it back. I guess it is still the spell. Sorry. Carve owned amount on the candle black. Anoint with oil to pay it back. Flame determines what one earns. Debt reduces as candle burns. Watch arrears melt away, welcoming a new payday. Watch the entire candle burn down to banish debt completely. Gracefully, and then say, gracefully, gratefully, I accept the magic of you, of protection to assist in all that I do. Lend me the courage, build power in me, assist my transcendence, so mote it be. So that was interesting because, so in the spell work, it says carved owed amount on candle black, anoint it with oil to pay it back. But it doesn't actually tell you to do that. It just says take some patchouli oil and a black candle during the dark moon and then say it. So it's kind of missing a step, but as you read it, you can understand that. And then, so the magical meanings of this card is stop your extravagance, seek professional advice, money owed is paid off, expect a windfall, someone is indebted to you, and have faith as your financial life heals. So that's an interesting way for a guidebook. Let's pull one more. Okay, so we have courage. I just want to see, courage is page 56. Wow, what is with the sixes? Today we had 66 and now we have 56. So it is the same kind of thing. So this one tells you to write down your phobia on a piece of paper, light a black candle, face west at dusk on a Wednesday during a dark moon, and say, spiders, toads, wasps, and rats, darkness, failure, flying bats, fright be gone, dreams to chase, hold the paper, face fierce to face, burning flame extinguish dread, valerian root will put to bed, anxiety and panic attacks, let it go, try to relax, lifetime trauma healed and gone, freedom, finally to move on. So that's interesting, like it kind of gives you an indication as to the spell that it wants you to do, but it still leaves lots of room for interpretation. Like there's mention of valerian root, and yet there's nothing in this part that says anything about valerian root. So that's interesting. It's assuming that you know a little bit about spell work starting off. Now, it might give you more information in the beginning, but considering there was these what is a spell and do's and don'ts, I would have thought there would have been a bit more about how to actually do it in here. And I mean, they give you a spell, they give you a little rhyme, a little chant. In my opinion, that is the least important part of the spell. The most important part of the spell is the intention and then the ingredients. And I think the words that are spoken, or not even spoken, because you don't actually have to say anything. Whenever I've done spell work, unless it's been in a coven situation, has always been silent. So it's an interesting concept. This magical meanings part. So for courage, it was your fears relate to a past life. Your sensitivity is compromised by another's phobias. Understanding is key to healing, and you're safe and protected. I feel like that is the most valuable part. But if you are new to spell work and looking to expand your horizons, then that incantation could be a jumping off point that could be of use for you. And now, I mean, everyone works differently. So you may really like those incantations, even though I'm not really a fan of incantations. You might like them. So no judgment there. I think these are beautiful cards, and I cannot wait to work with them more. Again, I think these would be great in combination. I just hit my elbow on a tripod. Oh, funny bones, not so funny. I think these would work great in combination with the Moonology deck. I actually have those out because I just filmed a pick a card reading with them. And there's a stack beside me. Also with the Magical Herb Oracle, because there is mention of herbs in there. We also have, what else do I have? Would also be good to use with the Herb Crafter's Tarot because of the use of herbs as well in the spells. So I'm excited to get to use these cards, and I hope you are excited to see them in upcoming readings. Again, I think the artwork is... How did I pull that? I just literally cut the deck to the financial health card. Manifestation. This is a card I've seen before, and that was the one that just drew me in. I think these cards are absolutely beautiful, and I can't wait to get to use them. So thank you again to my boys for the wonderful Mother's Day present. I hope all of you mothers out there had a wonderful Mother's Day, and that's it for this review and unboxing. If you want to see what other items are on my wish list, it is listed down in the description box, as well as the information for this deck. It'll all be linked down below. Love, light, and happiness to all of you. I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.